Have you noticed how people keep saying work is getting harder? No, work didn't get harder. We got more human. And you know what? We're not here to be robotic. We're here to be fucking human. Welcome back to Latina Mic Drop, where we tell the truth about leadership, identity, and the emotional cost of pretending to be okay. Today, we're pulling the curtain back on the real shift happening in workplaces everywhere. Not because people got soft, not because young professionals don't want to work, but because the human spirit finally woke up. Let's get into it. I'll be honest with you. I didn't learn emotional intelligence from a book or a training or a corporate seminar. I learned it in real life. I learned it the way I couldn't stop crying. The day anger came out of me faster than I could control it. The day I got triggered by something someone said and I realized, oh shit, I'm unhealed. I'm carrying wounds and leadership is exposing them. That was the moment emotional intelligence stopped being a soft skill and became a survival skill. Not just for me, but for every leader trying to navigate a world where people are anxious, overwhelmed, exhausted, caring for kids and parents at the same damn time, and waking up every day already stretched thin. People aren't hiding anymore. They can't. The world changed and our humanity came with it. Let's talk about fear based leadership in 2025. It looks like this: do this or you'll be fired. I'm not afraid to get rid of you. Intimidation, threats, control. But here's the truth: fear worked when people didn't question authority. Fear fails now because people know their worth. Adults want to be spoken to like adults. People want respect, even in hard conversations. Nobody is tolerating being treated like shit at work anymore. The cost of fear: leaders lose loyalty. Teams are shutting down. People stop performing because they stop feeling safe. And a business with no psychological safety has no real performance. Fear is outdated leadership. Humanity is the new competitive advantage. And I'll tell you why. People are just not ready to be real anymore. That's the problem. Let me tell you what people refuse to deal with now: being yelled at, being embarrassed publicly, being treated like tasks, having their business put out in front of everyone, being undervalued despite giving everything. And burnout isn't just exhaustion. Burnout is the moment you realize no matter what I do, it's never enough. People are refusing that reality. People are walking out. People are waiting for severances to get the hell out of there. People are switching jobs faster than ever, not because they're weak, but because they finally have options. The pandemic cracked the illusion open. Life is too short to be miserable for a paycheck. Resonate with you? Resonating with me. Let me tell you the spiciest take I have. Companies think that giving free snacks, feel good slogans, or a casual Friday is leadership. Let me tell you, this is not Candyland. Perks are not leadership. Comfort is not culture. People don't want treats. People want dignity, equity, respect, psychological safety, transparency, real leadership. If you're decorating dysfunction instead of dealing with it, you're part of the problem. Let me tell you what emotionally intelligent leaders do differently. They notice when an employee is hurting, they check in, they give grace during transition, they make space for feelings, grief, change, fear, frustration. They acknowledge that people are human before they are workers. And you know what happens? Performance goes up, respect goes up, truth telling goes up, trust goes up. People don't shut down under human first leadership, they rise. One of the biggest transformations I've seen in coaching is this: when someone feels seen, truly seen, they perform better, even on their worst day. When someone is hurt, ignored, dismissed, or shamed, they perform worse, even on their best day. This is not emotional. This is neuroscience. This is performance psychology. This is leadership evolution. Gen Z and younger millennials are teaching us something older generations were too afraid to say out loud. Pay me fairly. Treat me respectfully. Trust me to do the job. Let me live my life. They're not soft. They're not entitled. They simply refuse to tolerate what we survived. I had one kid at 18 and one on the way, and you can't tell me young people aren't resilient. But resilience doesn't mean tolerating abuse. Work didn't get harder, work got dumb. Why? Because a lot of experienced people walked out the door. Systems weren't updated, knowledge didn't get transferred, and now everyone is navigating the workplace with no map. Mistakes aren't because people are lazy. Mistakes are because people are learning without leaders who know how to teach. For me, the moment that reminded me of real leadership wasn't a promotion. It wasn't an award. It wasn't a performance review. It was this. My wife isn't well, and people have been checking in, asking me how she is, and then asking me how I am. People saying, put your mask on first. Take care of yourself too. You don't have to carry this alone. That is humanity. That's leadership. That's what people remember. Not deliverables, not deadlines, how you held them when they were breaking. At some point in my career, I realized something painful. When certain leaders decided you were no longer useful, they moved you to the side. As if your years of commitment, passion, sacrifice, and resilience meant nothing. And I remember thinking, I will never lead people that way. I will never erase someone's humanity because they're struggling. I'll never treat people like they're disposable. Leadership is not efficiency. Leadership is stewardship of human beings. I can't stand when you have a person who is working and has been dedicated to the workforce and they are deliberately just thrown to the side. Like, that's not cool. And if I go back and talk to my younger self, the girl crying in frustration, the woman who felt misunderstood, the leader who took everything personally, I would tell her this: your feelings are valid even when others don't understand them. Yes, it's tough. One day this pain becomes your lesson. And I want every listener to hear that too. We didn't get weaker. We woke up. We're not here to be robotic. We're here to be fucking human. Human first leadership isn't optional. It's inevitable. And by the end of this episode, I want you to feel three things: validated, empowered, and ready to lead differently. Do not give up. Do not walk away from everything you've earned. Do not let someone else's brokenness become your identity. You don't have to own other people's crap. You just need to learn how to navigate differently, with boundaries, with clarity, with emotional intelligence, and with your humanity intact. Leadership is evolving, work is evolving, and so are you. This has been Latina Mic Drop. And remember, you're not the problem. You're the fucking human the workplace should have evolved for a long time ago. Mic drop. See you on the flip side.